Found a lovely little spot up behind Paisley, up at the Glenburn Reservoir, that you can hear lipping away in the background. And we're windbroken. Which explains the stillness. This morning on the train up to Barhead from Pollockshaw's West, I was reading a bit of Illich again. Tools of Conviviality. What a wonderful book. And Radical Monopoly, that he was talking about how institutions have monopolized life and all the important rituals of living. Everything of an intrinsic existential import has been monopolized. Dying, learning, healing, living, locomoting, thinking, have all been subsumed into institutions that mangle and pervert their original nature. Schools create a radical monopoly on learning by redefining it as education, yet the real learning is not being prepared for future financial payoffs at the cost of the earth and yourself, but being aware of tracks and paths and ways, and watching out for predators. In fact, this is the real learning. If you look at the etymology of the word learn, it's quite obscure, but it derives initially from a native ability to pathfind, to find your way through the land, to recognize landmarks, bends in the river, weather conditions, prevailing winds, etc. And to converse with this, to communicate through the senses, the body, and its natural capacities. And this is learning, natural, organic learning, but this has been subsumed into the institution of education and renamed education. And so there is this danger that if you don't go to school, you're labelled uneducated, even though you may be able to negotiate and navigate the land like no other, forage for your food, make your own shelter, and engage the land as a natural organic entity, as opposed to a distorted and polluted one. So this is suddenly labelled uneducated, and yet it's the finest education you could possibly have. So this is the danger of the radical monopoly, whether it's for education, for learning, or for living, which has been subsumed under the radical monopoly of society. Dying, subsumed under funeral care and health care, as is healing, which has been monopolized by medicine and big pharma, to the point where now unconventional healing and healers are frowned upon. And yet, this is the essence of the sorcerer, sourcing for themselves and learning to heal naturally without synthetic nonsense that big pharma, pushes upon us. And you just have to come in here to the hills to find medicine, natural medicine all around you. So here you have natural medicine, natural learning, natural locomoting, and by extension natural cognition and thinking. So be aware of the predators. This is your learning. Being aware of the ways and paths before you. Tracking. And watching out for those who are tracking you, who are surveilling you, who are preying upon you. This is your learning. sadly, we have forgotten all about that. In fact, now we have forgotten so badly about it that we actually buy into it. We buy into being preyed upon, being mangled and perverted by the machine.